Symbolic gestures are usually open to different meanings and purposes. Three, 5, 3 is the body. Two, 2, 2, 2, 3 is each hand. Six is the universe, and 5 is ourselves. Our The Leviathan, LWYTN or LWYATN, pentagram is a symbol of a wild, lunar, Venusian, water, unconscious, and adversarial power. As much as they say he was an atheist, he had admitted to past practice of demonolatry and did seem to clearly be a theistic Satanist at times. Of course, I'm talking about Anton Zander LaVey, who died half my life ago. And the next one's called Satanic Temple of Infinite Space. But let's share a deck from a deck of cards here. The Fiery Wicotera. You got the Hazel Wand after the Holy Stone, the Hazel Wand, the Crane Bag, and the Apple Branch. This is also a deck that I repainted in my own way. You have the Weaver Goddess, Judgment, the Sun Child. Notice how there's Ogums in the corner. We're in the season of water. We were in the season of fire. On the opposite side of the year is the season of air. We're approaching the season of earth, the old Witch Moon Hill, the star, the round tower. Some found that one particularly interesting. The old one, same thing with the card that I put, the painting that I put that card on, was the Holy Waters. The Banshee Crone, that stuck out the most out of that series. That painting. The Hanged Man, Strength of Will, the Sun Wheel, the Holy Man, Poetic Justice, Chariot, the Beloved, the Guide, the Father God. Now, when it comes to father and mother and all that, you can think of that symbolically, and you don't have to take that literally for these symbols to work. Mother Goddess, the High Priestess, the Druid, the Seeker, and you have another extra card here is the Tree of Life. But why not have a third 0 card, right? Kisma K. Stefanich is supposed to have had a series of visions, or a vision in which is being implored into these decks, so it's not just learning about mythology. and things happened right. So, Ardre Voske. This that's the king, and that would be the princess of cauldrons, and the prince, and the queen, the Banrian Voske. So the princess, the king. The king is lower than the queen in these, which doesn't actually pan out to how things were. You had a couple powerful queens that ended up leading an army, and people just take that too far in this feminist thing. But, you know, the queen, the princess, the king, the prince, and then we're on to the queen of air. And Earth is given the strongest position, I believe. The princess, the king, the prince, the queen, the 10 of cauldrons. So we're using cauldrons here. 9, 8, 7, 6. There's got to be a salmon of wisdom in here somewhere. Yep. Salmon of wisdom. 5, 4. Don't see any salmon of wisdom in number 2. But we have 3. Should be over here now, shouldn't it? It's important to... I've repainted this deck. It's important to look at the different symbols, the combinations, other information they're trying to convey in these cards. The ace. And then we're on to the wands. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, air. Yeah, the 10s and 9s are kind of interesting, but yeah, the 10 looks more severe than the 9, but usually it's the 9 of swords that looks more severe. But maybe these are naming the elements: water, fire, air, and fire, air, water, earth, that sort of thing. 8, 7. I feel like there's probably something being conveyed in its shape, but I can't think of it at the second. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. That's an interesting one to draw. Same thing with that one. 1. And then the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Where's the 4? 2, 1. There's a 4 in there somewhere. Where's the 4? That would seem... Oh, the 4. Okay. You may want to experiment with your own manifestations of these themes or inflections. But this was a used deck, so it was cheaper and it already had some energy with it. Not necessarily practices that I would involve myself in, but I can bend them towards my own means, now can I?